Namaskar. Welcome to the Snake Master program. Today the Snake Master team is at Menilam in Thiruvananthapuram. All good? How are you, brother? How many workers are here? 7 are here. Are they the ones who saw it? Where exactly did you see it? It came out from this pile of interlocking tiles and then went back in after some time. It didn't go outside, right? No, we have been here since then, so it has not gone out and is still here. So we shall have to move these tiles. If we move these tiles to this side, will you be able to continue your work? Yes. But one thing is that there could be more than one snake since this place has been like this for years. Water has collected, weeds have grown. He says it was spotted right here. This area is practically a valley of cobras. Anyway, let's shift things and check. They say it's inside. Now we can see the snake here. By the way, the people here said the snake is about to shed its skin. Secondly, they said it is a big snake. Thirdly, they said it was seen roaming around. Here it is, we can see it now. I'm removing this tile so that you can see it clearly. I must share something important. I have often had such experiences. When we move or turn over granite, rocks or slabs a bit carelessly, there is danger. There may be snakes underneath. That's why you should always use tools like crowbars or pickaxes to shift stones first and only then pick them up. Even workers coming under the employment guarantee scheme, like one woman in Thiruvananthapuram, have been bitten while clearing waste. Recently in Thrissur, another woman was bitten while cutting grass. At Anchal too, a woman was bitten while pulling weeds with her bare hands. So be careful, your life is your responsibility, no one else's. Whenever you come across situations like this, always take precautions. Never put your hand in like this to lift things. Now look, they said it is about to shed its skin. Yes, they were right. It is indeed shedding, but in this case the skin seems to have peeled because it got squeezed between these tiles. From what I see, it would take another 5 days for the shedding process to complete. Now the danger is here. At such a time, the snake will strike at anything that crosses its path. This snake is well fed. It's about 5 to 6 feet long. At first glance, it may look like a female, but it is actually a male. The eyes are covered with a layer showing that it is in the process of shedding. Since it is shedding, we shouldn't trouble it more. So let me quickly bag it. But this sack is tricky. Snakes can easily tear through it. Within 5 minutes, if not transferred to a safer container. So I shall move it to another sack before long. Thus we were able to catch this cobra, which is around 7 years old. It is safely in the sack now. Now many more calls are waiting. Having completed this mission, the Snake Master team is heading to the next place to meet the next guest. The next stop is also near Thiruvallam. Here at a person's house, a snake appeared in front of the pet dog. Seeing the moving creature, the dog caught the snake and shook it, and in the process, the snake turned and bit the dog, and the poor dog succumbed to the bite injury. Let's see which snake species it is, and also see the dog that died, and then we shall share the rest of the details. So, is this the dog that was bitten by the snake? Oh, is this not a Desi dog? How long ago did the dog die? About 2.5 hours ago. The urine is still dripping, so the death must have been recent. Was the snake a small one? Yes, a small-sized snake. So it was a small snake that bit and killed the dog. Hello, I must say, this is surprising. The snake was of this length and of the size of this finger, says the housewife. That's all? So that baby snake must have hatched this year. Maybe, she adds. To tell the truth, I myself have had many snake bites, but I never took any medicine for them. I have had enough bites to cause serious trouble, but by God's grace, nothing happened. Now, when she says the dog died from the bite of a small snake, I am surprised. How long after the bite did it die? About 2 hours, she informs. At first, the snake must have come in front of the dog and sort of played around. The snake came slithering towards the dog and it caught it, the housewife explains. The dog must have grabbed it and in return, the snake must have struck back. Maybe the dog must have tried to catch the snake earlier also, and that memory must have given it the confidence to catch the snake again. See, this is exactly what happens when our cows or dogs or cats die from the bite of a snake. The tongue sticks out, saliva drips continuously, and froth will be seen all around the mouth. Look at this. This is how it happens. And when animals die of snake bites, whether it is a chicken, a dog, or a cat, the body becomes stiff. That's the symptom. Now here the dog has passed motion and the urine is still coming out, though it died about an hour ago. Where did the snake go? It has gone this way. Have you filled the ground with this rubble to a great thickness? No, at a thickness of about 2 inches. Okay. The staircase has been well constructed. Are there any holes? You checked it? Yes, we checked, but couldn't find anything. Still, look at this. There is a big hole here. The hole runs all the way down. We have to search this side as they said it was seen coming this side. Could you get me a torch? Okay, let's check. There is a hole here. If it slips through, it might go further under the concrete, and then we won't be able to catch it. Here is a little hole. Let's see. We can't really capture it on camera because the hole is too small. Could you get me a small iron rod? That's it. But since it is such a small hole, we can't film it properly. If it comes out again, maybe then we can see it. We shall wait here and watch for it to emerge. Here it comes. Here it comes. See, even such a small snake could snatch away the life of this big dog. This is just a baby, only about 1.5 months old. For people like us, such bites need not be this dangerous. What happened here is that the snake must have bitten the dog's mouth, tongue, or lip. That's why the dog died very soon. One thing I always say, even if it is a baby snake, if it bites you, go to hospital. Some people think, oh, it is only a baby snake, there is no danger. But that is wrong. For us humans, it is dangerous. Baby snakes strike suddenly, jumping here and there, and when they bite, the venom spreads very fast. Here the dog must have bitten the snake and held on to it tightly, and the snake must have bitten back due to pain. But there are no external wounds on the dog's body. If there had been deep wounds, we could presume that the bite was severe. Still, we must be careful. As I said earlier, these baby cobras, around 1.5 months old, start moving out in search of food. Often they take shelter under vehicles or crawl along with firewood, grass, or bundles we bring into the house. These are the situations that can bring danger to our homes. So under no circumstances should you treat this lightly. Around the house, avoid piling things like stones or wood unnecessarily. If 2 stones are left close together, there will be a small gap and the snake may hide inside. We may not see it, and when we lift this stone, a bite can happen instantly. I think that in Kerala alone, at least 100 people every year get bitten by baby cobras. Since they are babies, people often ignore them. Later, after developing serious symptoms, they end up needing to be taken to hospital for anti-venom treatment. So always be cautious, especially protect children. Never leave their toys, tricycles or small vehicles outside overnight, and never take them back inside the house without checking. Let me remind you of a tragic incident that happened a few months ago in Kozhikode district. A 2-year-old child went out in the morning to take his tricycle. A Malabar pit viper was sitting on the handle. When the child grabbed it, the snake bit him. The child told his mother that a snake had bitten him, but she thought it was not true. Unfortunately, by the time they took him to hospital, it was too late and the little boy died. So please never ignore a baby cobra. Don't assume it is harmless just because it is small. These snakes hide silently around our houses. Try not to give them opportunities. Keep firewood and other materials stacked neatly or at a height. Close off unnecessary gaps or holes in the soil. Don't keep shoes or slippers carelessly on the ground. If you must, always shake them before wearing. If you follow these simple precautions, we can avoid tragedies and protect ourselves from accidents. Now, since the mission here is complete, it is time for us to move on. Our beloved pet dog has sadly been killed by the bite. We shall meet again in the next episode with new guests, new incidents and new experiences. To all the viewers of Snake Master, heartfelt thanks from both of us.